Again, I pulled out the new Occasions catalog and I saw this card in there and I decided to make my version. And here it is. What do you think? Not bad, huh? And I did the inside and the envelope. Join me in the studio and I'll show you how. Okay, I'm casing the caddy again. This time I'm using the Occasions catalog that starts January 3rd. By the time you see this, it will already be in full swing. I decided to take this card and make my version. It's got some sponging on it and it's rough sponging, so that's fine with me. So I'm going to attempt rough sponging and not worry about whether it is blended or not. So with that in mind, I'm going to use the Itty Bitty Greetings A Little Hello for my sentiment. I don't have the set that they have in there, so I'm using what I have. I have 2 pieces of Whisper White that measures 4 by 5 1/4. This is a long card, like legal letter size. I'm going to make my invitation size, so I need 2 of those. I have a scrap of Bermuda Bay for my sentiment. My card base is Bermuda Bay and it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. I have my envelope. The original has sequins on it and I don't have sequins, but what I do have is rhinestones and I have it in the colors that I'm using. It has Blueberry Bushel, which my colors are Bermuda Bay, Crushed Curry, Melon Mambo, and Whisper White. And this has Blueberry Bushel, and those are supposed to be Melon Mambo, but they look pink to me, but that's what it says in the book. And then I use some regular rhinestones. So my colors are Bermuda Bay, Crushed Curry, Melon Mambo. I'm going to be embossing, so I have some Whisper White in. I've had this for a while and I just keep buying the refill. They now have the uninked pad that has this in there. I'm going to add some copper twine because I think that'll look good with it. I have my sponges in the colors. I have my embossing buddy and my white embossing powder. So, first thing I need to do is I need to create my sponging. And I'm going to put a paper underneath because I have a feeling I'm going to go off and I don't want it on my mat. All right, I'm going to start with the Bermuda Bay. I'm just going to open them all up so then I have it. And my Crushed Curry looks that way because I recently re-inked it. I'm going through and as I use my pads, I'm re-inking them if they need it. And as you can see, this is how I'm going to get this mottled type look. All right, now we need some yellow in there and then some pink. All right, and then they did the corner down here. And I was kind of heavy-handed with the blue, so it's a little harder to see some of the other colors. And I've got a spot right there, and I'm going to fill it in with a blue. There. So, pretty close. Now this has some splatters on there. You know what I might try? I haven't done it in a while. I'm going to give it a try and hopefully it doesn't mess up. But I have, I believe, I have some spritzer. And this is just alcohol and Bermuda Bay re-inker. So let me, before I go too far, yeah, I want to, well, I got a lot more on there than I wanted, but it doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to leave it at that. I think you probably did, what they did was a toothbrush. I have a toothbrush, so we'll leave that. It'll dry fairly light. All right, let's see. This is giving me the splatters that I'm looking for. Of course, I'm going to have a blue hand. All right, not bad, but I've got to go wash my hands, so give me a minute to do that. Okay, got my hand clean. Now, time to get this card put together. So I'm gonna fold my card base. Okay, now this piece is gonna go on straight like that. I used to be able to get the splatters. I'm gonna have to do some experimenting and see how to get them. I know there are stamps that have it in there, but I don't have the stamps. So, all right, there we go. Now it's time to do my sentiment. And I'm going to take my embossing buddy, out here, and I'm gonna do this end because I don't want any stray flecks, and white is good for that. All right, I'm going to, and I inked this one up the other day because I had used it and it wasn't real good, so it's nice and juicy. All right, and I'm just gonna stick this in here and go that way with it. And let me close this up before I put my hand in it like I did before. I'm going to go and emboss this. Okay, after I embossed it, I cut it down using my little trimmer that I have, and I flagged the ends. So I'm going to put this on with Dimensionals. But first thing I have to do, and I forgot, so I'll put a piece of tear-in tape in the center of this because I have to add my thread, my copper thread. And I'm going to fold that piece back. It'll be fine. Right, let's get the copper thread out. Add it in. Got a knot. There we go. Oh, I still have a knot. All right, well, I'll cut it out. All right, and I'm going to find my end. I'm going to press it down, and then I'm just going to go back and forth, and if it loops around, it does. Sometimes, depending on how the thread acts, it will loop back on itself, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't have success with the wrapping around your fingers and getting a messy look. It just doesn't work for me. So I do have success doing it this way because it's more controlled for me. cut that little tiny piece off. Now, to make sure that this stays in place, I'm going to take another piece of sticky strip and I'm going to put it on top like so, and another one, and I'm going to leave that on there so then it's really just kind of sandwiched in between the two like so. Make sure it's not showing. Let's see, that one is. So I'm going to peel back this edge. I'm going to cut this off. I'm going to take my pokey tool and pull that back. And I'm going to put this back on top. There, now it won't show. All right, a little bit of surgery. All right, here we go. And there is my version of that card. And you know what I forgot? The sequins. So I'm going to add those now. All right, I need some blueberry bushel. There's a big one. I'm going to put it there. And a little one there. A large pink one here. And a little one there. And then I need a large plain, a medium plain, and that's 6, so I have to add one more, so I'm going to add one little tiny one right there. Now I have it. Okay. Catalog version, my version. And I did the inside of the envelope, and I just did sponging because then you could write over top of it. If you like my project, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel using the button below. Don't forget to leave me a comment. It helps me out on YouTube so my videos get seen by more people. I also have a Facebook group where I do Facebook Live on Thursday evenings. Make sure you join us as we have a lot of fun. I do all different kinds of techniques, sometimes fancy folds, sometimes just plain stamping with one stamp set. You never know. If you do not have a demonstrator, I would love to be your online person. Send me a message and I will help you out any way I can. Have a great day.